It's 6 p.m. Let me show you what I just did, because the next step is going to require for me to do a stop. So I cut off a really bad spot that was right here, almost like that and almost like that, and I made a little patch for it. So the first thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and apply some rusty silver and treat all of this rust here in this edge where I'm going to be welding. I'm going to treat the back here and same here, and then I guess I'll just come back tomorrow. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of the Rust-Oleum Rusty Silver. It's a gel-based product that I'm going to be applying in these areas to treat the rust. I have been using this product now for a couple of years, and I've had really good success using it. And because I'm going to be applying it in a surface that is not flat, I'm going to choose to use the gel-based Rust-Oleum Dissolver. The POR15 that I have, which does the same thing. It's a liquefied product, which it will be dripping too much. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply some product here. I'm gonna start in the inside. I usually put it on the brush, just like so, and then I apply it in the surface that I want to treat. And right now, all I want to do is make sure that every single area where I'm going to be spot welding my metal patch, it's treated so that I have a good clean weld. And if you notice, I'm trying not to lay it over whatever it's got paint on it. Hello friends, welcome back. It's day number 9 into Frankenstein's restoration. Last night I left the pieces that I'm going to tackle today soak in the gel solution to treat the rust for the areas I'm working. So today I'm going to neutralize that product so I can go back and see if I can finally tack weld the pieces that I fabricated. So I'm using soap detergent diluted in some warm water, and all I'm going to do is just go over it to neutralize those areas. I apply the rusty silver gel. Later on, when I'm done fixing the fender, then I'll remove it and I'll rust treat the whole interior of the fender. So I have another spot here that I need to also repair. This area right there. You can see that I have my small piece right there being held by a couple of magnets. I'm going to go ahead and tack that small piece first. What's up guys, it's day number 10 into Frankie's Resto process, and as you can see I went ahead and welded the piece that goes here, and off cameras I apply some Bondo mod. I'm no expert in that type of applications, so to be honest with you, it took me like maybe 3 attempts, meaning that because I wasn't sure what was going to be the outcome, I started applying very thin layers of film, and then I went back over it, sanded, and I was looking for like low spots in my Fender. So as you can see here, basically here, this very dark spot right here is kind of like an indication that at some point there was like a lower spot right there. No matter how careful you are, you know, you will always find it that there are going to be some spots that are going to try to tend to warp because of the heat. And I did it off camera because it's a very slow process, because you have to start tacking here, 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 and then here, 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 and then kind of like intermittently like skip one tack and go to the next one, so that you don't apply too much heat to the same area to avoid warping. But you know, every now and then you'll have it where it will tend to warp a little bit, so you got to let it cool down and then come back later. And that's how I did it. That's why I did not film the part of welding this piece up here, because if you go in YouTube, you can see that a lot of people does the same thing. I sometimes waited a little bit longer than normal because I wanted to make sure that it was as straight as possible. It's really hard to contour this shape here because this is not straight or flat. This is like sort of like round shape. If you can see here, you see darker spots right here of the glaze putting that I apply over it. I went back and sanded it down with a 220 grit after it being drying for over 20 minutes. Because cold weather is here now back in Ohio, I actually let it sit for longer than that. There were very minute, small lower spot, which I was able to actually fill with the glazing putty. And after sanding it down, I'm really happy of the outcome. I'm really happy with the outcome. I gotta tell you, I found a guy in California, which I through the sandbar, and I sent him text messages, and the guy does not ship. He had a very identical Fender to this one right here, that all I had to do was take this one out and replace it for that one. It was an original Fender, same color, it was in mint condition. I wanted to buy it. The guy was selling it very cheap, and I was even willing to pay him for the time and effort for him to ship it here, even, you know, pay him his asking price plus a little bit more on top of that. But no matter what I tried to do with this guy, he refused to ship it. Sometimes you can't help it, you know, some people are willing to, some others are not. I'll put some pictures down here below so you can see the Fender I was looking at, which it would have saved me a ton of time. Anyway, so sad that the deal did not go through, but somehow I feel really proud and happy that maybe it didn't happen, because it actually pushed me to try something new that I've never done before, which is like Bondo application, just what you see here. I mean, I think that this came out really nice. Is it perfect? I don't know. It's really smooth. There is no high lows, or I can't not really feel any low spots, you know, in it. So I think I did a pretty good job at that. I'm gonna bring the camera closer. If you are a auto body technician and you're watching this video, you know, just give me some tips. I mean, I'm always willing to learn, and anything that I learn always stays with me, and I'll keep on sharing that information. The next step for me will be to find some rattle cans, the same color coat, and then spray some over it, kind of like to achieve that patina look I'm going for. I even feel like if I leave it like that and I spray some clear coat over it, it's gonna look nice as well. But I really want to keep that yellow color under it, sort of like to protect the Fender a little bit more. But that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what my next step into this process will be. And yes, I have invested a little bit more time than what I wanted to, but at the end of the day, I feel proud that I saved Frankie's Fender. But the next step will be now to remove this Fender and figure out how to fix this rust spot right here, and another one similar on the other side. And then I'll take the wire brush, go through all of these little louvers here to clean them up. And again, also do the same thing. I'm gonna go ahead and try to spray some yellow paint like this, or I should say Shanton yellow, which is the original coat color for this color right here, and try to like cover that to protect it from keep on rusting. And that's pretty much it. Anyway, if this is the first time that you're watching my channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until then, this is Junior with Classic VW Bucks, and now Frankie time.